The big question, where do we go? Humans have always looked up at the stars, seeking answers to the mysteries of existence. We wonder about our place in the universe, pondering the vastness and our own significance within it. We wonder about life and death, the beginning and the end, and what lies beyond. Where do we go after we die? Is there a destination, or is it an endless journey? It's a question that has puzzled us for centuries, with scholars and philosophers dedicating their lives to finding answers. Many cultures have stories about the afterlife, each with its own unique perspective and beliefs. These stories often involve a heaven and a hell, realms of reward and punishment. Heaven is often depicted as a place of peace and happiness, a paradise where souls find eternal rest. Hell, on the other hand, is portrayed as a place of suffering and torment, a consequence of one's misdeeds. But how do we get to either place? What determines our final destination? The answer, according to many religions, depends on how we live our lives, the choices we make, and the actions we take. Good deeds, acts of kindness, and living a virtuous life might lead to heaven, a reward for a life well lived. Bad deeds, acts of cruelty, and living a life of vice might lead to hell, a punishment for one's transgressions. But is it really that simple? Can our fate be determined by a balance of good and bad deeds? Let's explore the different ideas about the afterlife, delving into the beliefs and teachings of various cultures and religions, to understand the diverse perspectives on what happens after we die. Heaven and hell. A universal idea? The concept of heaven and hell has intrigued humanity for centuries, sparking countless debates and discussions. The concept of heaven and hell is found in many religions. These ideas often serve as moral compasses, guiding believers on how to live their lives. Christianity, Islam, and some forms of Judaism share similar beliefs. They envision heaven as a paradise of eternal bliss and hell as a place of eternal suffering. They believe in a final judgment after death. This judgment is seen as a divine assessment of one's life, determining their ultimate fate. This judgment determines whether a person goes to heaven or hell. It is a pivotal moment that underscores the importance of one's actions and choices during their lifetime. However, not all religions agree on this. The diversity of beliefs reflects the rich tapestry of human thought and spirituality. Some religions, like Hinduism and Buddhism, have different ideas about the afterlife. They offer unique perspectives that contrast sharply with the binary notion of heaven and hell. They believe in reincarnation, where a soul is reborn into a new life based on their actions in their past life. This cycle of birth, death, and rebirth is known as samsara. Even within religions, there are many different interpretations. These variations can be influenced by cultural, historical, and personal factors. Some people believe in a literal heaven and hell. They see these places as real physical locations where souls reside after death. Others see them as symbolic representations of good and bad. For these individuals, heaven and hell are metaphors for the moral consequences of one's actions. The idea of the afterlife is complex. It encompasses a wide range of beliefs and interpretations, each offering a unique perspective on what happens after we die. There's no one answer that everyone agrees on. This lack of consensus highlights the profound mystery and diversity of human belief about the afterlife. As we explore these varied beliefs, we gain a deeper understanding of the human quest for meaning, and the universal desire to comprehend what lies beyond this life. Whether viewed as literal places or symbolic ideas, heaven and hell continue to shape our moral frameworks and influence our actions, reflecting the enduring power of these ancient concepts. Good deeds and bad deeds, the scorecard of life. Imagine your life as a grand game where every action you take is recorded on a cosmic scorecard. Many religions believe that our actions in life determine our fate after death. This belief is deeply rooted in the idea that life is a test, and our deeds are the answers we provide. Think of it like a cosmic scorecard. Good deeds earn points, bad deeds lose points. It's a simple yet profound way to understand the moral balance of our lives. At the end of our lives, the total score determines where we go. This final destination is often depicted as a journey to a higher plane of existence or a descent into a place of suffering. But what counts as a good deed? Is it merely the grand gestures, or do the small acts of kindness also add up? What counts as a bad deed? Is it the obvious wrongdoings, or do the subtle, everyday choices we make also weigh in? Again, different religions have different answers. Some focus on strict adherence to religious laws and rituals. Some emphasize following religious laws. These laws can be seen as guidelines to help us navigate the complexities of life. Others prioritize compassion, kindness, and helping those in need. Acts of charity and selflessness are often highlighted as the highest forms of good deeds. Ultimately, the idea is to live a life that aligns with the values of your chosen faith. This alignment is not just about following rules, but embodying the spirit of those teachings. It's about striving to be a good person and make the world a better place. Whether through small acts of kindness or significant contributions, every positive action adds to your scorecard. Remember, the scorecard of life is not just about individual actions, but also about the relationships we build and the love we share. These too are counted in the grand tally of our lives. So, as you go through life, consider the impact of your actions. Strive to tip the scales towards good, and in doing so, create a legacy of positivity and love. Christianity and Islam, a tale of two afterlives. Christianity and Islam share some similarities in their beliefs about heaven and hell. Both religions believe in one God who judges us after death. In Christianity, heaven is often described as a paradise where people are reunited with God and their loved ones. Hell, on the other hand, is a place of eternal punishment for those who have rejected God's love. Islam also believes in a paradise and a hell. Paradise is described as a garden of eternal bliss, while hell is a place of fire and torment. However, Islam emphasizes God's mercy and forgiveness. Even those who have sinned can find redemption through repentance and faith. Section 5. Hinduism and Buddhism, Reincarnation and Nirvana. Hinduism and Buddhism offer different perspectives on the afterlife. Instead of a permanent heaven or hell, they believe in reincarnation. In Hinduism, the soul is reborn into a new life based on karma. Karma is the law of cause and effect. Good actions lead to good karma and a better rebirth. Bad actions lead to bad karma and a less desirable rebirth. Buddhism shares the concept of karma and rebirth. However, the ultimate goal in Buddhism is to escape the cycle of reincarnation altogether by achieving nirvana. Nirvana is a state of perfect peace and enlightenment. Section 6. Beyond Religion. What if it's all different? Not everyone believes in religion or the idea of a traditional afterlife. Some people believe that death is the end of our existence. Others believe in different forms of consciousness or energy that might continue after death. Some people find comfort in the idea of reuniting with loved ones in an afterlife. Others find peace in the idea that their consciousness might merge with the universe. The truth is, no one knows for sure what happens after we die. It's one of the greatest mysteries of life. But that doesn't mean we can't explore different possibilities and find meaning in our own beliefs. Section 7. Numbers and statistics. Can we really know? Some people try to put numbers on the afterlife. They want to know what percentage of people go to heaven, what percentage go to hell. But the truth is, we can't know for sure. Religion is based on faith, not scientific data. There are no surveys or statistics that can accurately predict where we go after death. It's a matter of personal belief. Instead of focusing on numbers, it's more helpful to focus on living a good and meaningful life. That's something we can control. Section 8. The power of belief, shaping our actions. Whether or not we believe in heaven and hell, these concepts can have a powerful impact on our lives. For some people, the belief in an afterlife provides comfort and hope. It gives them a sense of purpose and motivates them to live a moral life. For others, the fear of hell can be a strong deterrent against wrongdoing. They might avoid certain actions or behaviors because they believe it will jeopardize their chances of going to heaven. The afterlife, whether real or imagined, can shape our values, our choices, and ultimately, the kind of people we become. Section 9. A universe of possibilities beyond our understanding. The universe is vast and mysterious. We are just beginning to understand our place in it. It's possible that the afterlife, if it exists, is something beyond our current comprehension. Perhaps it's not a physical place at all, but a different state of being. Perhaps it's something that science hasn't even discovered yet. The possibilities are endless. Instead of limiting ourselves to our current understanding, we can embrace the mystery and wonder of the unknown. Section 10. Living a good life, regardless of the destination. Regardless of our beliefs about the afterlife, most religions and ethical systems emphasize the importance of living a good life. This includes treating others with kindness, compassion, and respect. It means striving to make the world a better place through our actions, no matter how small. It means finding meaning and purpose in our lives and connecting with something larger than ourselves. Whether we end up in heaven, are reborn into a new life, or simply cease to exist, living a good life is its own reward. Section 11. The final thought, a journey without end. The question of what happens after death is a journey without a definitive answer. It's a journey that each of us must take on our own, guided by our beliefs, experiences, and the values we hold dear. Whether we find comfort in the idea of heaven, embrace the cycle of reincarnation, or find peace in the unknown, the journey itself can teach us about life, death, and the meaning we choose to find in between.